trailer. And somebody says to them, I don't know where you learned it, we could save money if we bring it in on a boxcar by the railroad
Yeah,
yard.
because it was close.
No, that was the only way you could buy it then.
Yeah.
You had to buy it by the car. You couldn't buy it by truck.
Oh, was that?
You had to buy it by the
We had to buy it by the car?
But how did you get it from A to B?
Well, wait. Well, we got down there we all went. We all went. Why? Because when they put the sheetrock in, and we ordered 8-foot and 12-foot,
Those are so heavy.
we couldn't get it out
Yeah.
with a forklift. The way they put it in, we couldn't get it out. So we had a hand unload, take it out,
From a boxcar.
on the put it on pallet,
Yeah.
and then a forklift would pick it up, put it in the truck. That's how we had it. And then every day that you were over the whatever they called it,
Yeah.
they gave you so many days, they would double the cost. They would charge you.
Wow.
We got it off before
Crazy.
the demurrage.
That was
Yeah.
the last time we did that.
How long before you finally got a forklift?
Well, we had a forklift for a long time, but
Yeah.
I forgot. It's been so many. Look, it's been
Long time.
probably 70 years.
Yeah.
For the money they put in that forklift, they could have.
Could have had a new one.
They could have bought the Taj Mahal. I mean,
So, how long did you what was the next expansion in Barstow from that 20 by 60 foot?
Well, we built a regular building. We added to it, made that the warehouse, and built a building, a fairly good sized
Yeah?
building. Yeah.
yeah, that was a good sign.
How long before that happened? How long were you in the smaller one? Like years and years?
Probably a couple of years.
Couple years?
Probably a couple of years. Probably.
Yeah, easy.
Where did people go in town? I mean, there was no hardware store?
There was 2 other places.
Oh, there were. How long did you outlasted those two?
We outlasted both of them.
Yeah? Wow.
But one of them was our main competition, and they went out of business in, I don't know, probably 10 years, something like that.
Oh, yeah?
10 years, yeah.
And business was pretty good from the start, or was it hard in the beginning?
Well, look, we made it good.
Yeah?
We were nice to our customers. The other guys weren't as nice.
So it was you and Herb. Who else was in the store?
That was it.
It was you two.
Then Marvin came.
Wow.
And we had a yard man. We hired, what the heck was his name? Bill Friedel.
Yeah, Bill Fiegel. Oh, he was a cracker. Oh, this guy was.
He was a cracker?
Oh my God, he was.
Was he white?
You could write a book. You could write a book about him. Oh.
How
boy.
did you find this guy? Is he just in town, or
You
I
know,
don't know, we just
Yeah.
hired him. He was
Yeah?
looking for a
is
job.
he hanging around?
he was.
He went out one night for delivery. He never came back. Next day we were looking for him. The truck, he's gone. The truck's gone, and he's gone. Found out that he was, jacking used to be that
The straps.
we'd use we had a roller on the back of the truck,
Yeah.
and he'd stick a pipe in it
Yep.
and pull it down.
Crank it down.
Well, the thing turned around and hit him, knocked him out.
And he just laid there until he
was
woke
laying
up?
there for
Yeah.
half the night, and then he got up, went home.
Came in 2 days.
And he came
I
back?
think he came back 2 days later.
He came back to work.
Yeah. All bruised up a little bit.
Was that other than Marvin, was that your first employee?
Well, Bill Friedel was our first employee.
Wow.
Marvin was our second one.
Wow.
Well, you had somebody in the office.
We did?
A woman. There was a woman in the office. I don't remember. I remember her, but
Claire
I forgot
Ziegel.
her name.
Claire Ziegel.
Yeah.
Never see.
Very nice lady.
I asked him, and he didn't want to
She
sit
was
in
a
the
nice
swing.
lady.
Wow.
Well, we could tell you stories. I could tell you stories about my 3 boys, about H&E.
Yeah, I bet.
They all started in H&E.
Really, you guys did? Wow.
Their first job was at H&E.
In
Mitchell
Barstow.
didn't want
Mitch
to
last one day. Mark was okay. Mark worked with Ina in the garden area, and she
Oh my
and she,
God.
and she gave him the job of picking up the bags of manure and loading them. Because we used to have a deal on manure.
Oh,
Remember, we used to buy manure from Hartwick's and sell it for, I don't know, what was it, 99 cents a bag or
Well,
something?
3 for $1.
Three for a
something.
dollar.
oh my
you know.
gosh!
And
Now
we
it's
used to sell a lot of that. They used to bring a whole truckload in, and we used to sell that manure. Oh yeah.
That's-
So that was Mark's job, his first job there.
so. Mitch was only
Mitch,
a,
one
a
day,
day?
they put him
What
in
did
the
you have him doing?
they put him in the paint department,
But did he know anything
and he didn't
about
know
paint?
he didn't know anything. And so at the end of the day, he says you people don't. He was telling me. He says, you know, you people don't know how to run a business here.
Oh my
He says,
God!
you put me in the paint department. I don't know anything about paint. A woman comes in, wants me to mix a gallon of paint. He says, I didn't know what I was doing. And he got frustrated, and he wouldn't go back to
Because
work.
it was all mechanical.
He
You had
wouldn't
to-
go back to
How old
work.
was Mitchell when he?
You have to
when
know
that
what you're doing.
Yeah, I remember in Victorville
16.
seeing the setup with all the different colors to mix the tint
Yeah.
and the base. Now they put it in a computer.
Yeah.
You bring them a magazine clipping, they scan it, you got your paint perfectly matched. Because you had to get all your paint at once, right? Because it might not be the same
thing, but
when you come back.
Oh, the batch?
Yeah.
they do the same old.
Yeah, well, you got to watch. It's like wallpaper. When
Yeah.
you buy wallpaper, you got to make sure the
You
batch
get enough at once.
is the same batch
Yeah.
number. The paint is the same thing.
Right.
Paint's the same. They used to buy. They used to buy this stuff from the guy that made it in the cellar.
What? What do you
We had
mean?
Some guys we bought that were pretty bad, but some were pretty good. So it all worked out.
I remember you both talking about that you had the rights to
Glidden,
Glidden, right? For how big of an
the
area?
high desert area.
And there was a guy who opened up, but they wouldn't sell to him, and you said it was okay to sell to him?
Yeah.
Is that what I heard, or
Yeah,
is it
yeah.
something
That
like
was
that?
what's his name? The company no more. The stores.
It
What's the
from
name
Gla-
of
it?
it?
Went from Glidden to
Name
then
of
Edwards,
this.
I think.
Homestead?
They had a whole bunch of stores. Ollie's.
Ollie's.
Remember, Ole wanted Glidden paint, and Herb said, "I'll call them up and they'll sell it to you," because we had the rights to it or some
Wow.
crazy thing. Yeah, it took me personally almost 2 years to get the Glidden in and get that friend of his paint out.
Wow.
Because they liked him, the guy that
Yeah.
sold him the paint, and overloaded us. But you know what Glidden did? To get in, they bought all the paint. They bought all the old paint,
Yep.
gave us credit, and
Wow.
we got their paint.
Nice.
Wow.